General managers from around the NHL gather for their annual pre-draft meeting Thursday in Dallas. How would you like to be a fly on that wall? League matters will be addressed before trading draft banter. However, if you're hoping for major developments, especially more first-round clarity after Rasmus Dahlin and Alexei Svechnikov are the expected first two selections Friday, you may have to wait longer. The big deals are usually done on the draft floor. The hours leading up to Gary Bettman taking to the podium to commence proceedings are more entertaining than the annual booing of the NHL commissioner. Noah Dobson could be drafted 4th, 6th or 7th on Friday night. The Guardian: the Vancouver Canucks hold the 7th overall selection and GM Jim Benning knows it could be impacted by what the Ottawa Senators do with the 4th pick. Is Pierre Dorion in rebuild mode after moving winger Mike Hoffman? Is there something to Erik Karlsson wanting out and possibly bound for Las Vegas? The Golden Knights have $26 million in projected salary cap space to handle a rich extension, even though they also need to sign key restricted free agents William Karlsson, Shea Theodore and Colin Miller. Clayton Stoner and Lucas Sabisa are unrestricted free agents, so that adds more fuel to the Karlsson fire. If Karlsson is gone, the Senators will have a pressing need for a defenseman such as Quinn Hughes and Noah Dobson. If HES not moved, the Senators need a sniper to prop up a pop-gun offense and winger Filip Zadina would fill that void. There's also a scenario where Zadina could drop only because the stock on Hughes and Dobson has climbed. What does this all mean for Benning? If the Montreal Canadiens select Finnish center Jesper Kotkaniemi 3rd overall, the Senators follow with Zadina and the Arizona Coyotes grab gritty winger Brady Tkachuk, it would leave the Detroit Red Wings with Hughes and leave the Canucks with interesting options. They could address an obvious need on the back end, choosing between defenseman Dobson, Evan Bouchard and Adam Boqvist, or believe center winger Oliver Wahlstrom is too good to pass up. They could also move the pick, but Benning is expected to make it because HES going to get a good player. Dobson is intriguing because he was second in QMJHL blue liner scoring last with Acadie Bathurst Titan, who won the Memorial Cup. He had 69 points 17-52 in 67 games and likes to pattern his game after Seth Jones of the Columbus Blue Jackets. Imagine the Canucks landing a right-shot rearguard who skates well, can run the power play, has a heavy shot and two-way awareness. You may not be the biggest or most physical guy and throwing the big hit, but having a good stick and being in the right position at the right time really helped my defensive game, said Dobson. A little bit of that is your hockey sense and a little bit is having a great coach in minor hockey who was always thinking the game. Learning to think the game at a young age really helped me going through the ranks. If you can think one play ahead, that really helps you. Here are 7 players worth watching depending on how the first 6 draft dominoes fall. The hope the pre-draft shine on Hughes, the youngest player at the World Championship, rubs off and the Canucks land their future puck-moving, power-play quarterback. He has had his skating, vision and head for the game compared to legend Bobby Orr. If Zadina slips, the Canucks could have a future. First line, left-wing battle with Jonathan Dahlin. Quinn Hughes D, University of Michigan, car vitals, 5-10, 175 pounds GP, 37, G, 5A, 24 points, 29 scout says, exceptional skater and HES a transporter. He can rush the puck and drive the play out of the defensive zone. That's rare. Most defensemen are puck movers and distributors. Filip Zadina LW, RW, Halifax, Kale Vitals, 6-0, 196 pounds GP, 57, G, 44, A, 38 points, 82 scout says, not only a scorer but a playmaker. He's a scorer from top of the circles and inside the dots. He can score from any area but can also make plays. Doesn't get enough credit for making plays. The reality difficult to imagine Hughes not going number 4 and number 6 and Dobson not getting a hard look from the Senators. Then again, who knows about Zadina? If it's Dobson to the Sens, Tkachuk to the Coyotes and Quinn to the Wings, Bouchard will be available at number 7. So will Swedish defenseman Adam Boqvist and so will Zadina. The Canucks can argue whether they need a more complete player, or are willing to wait and develop one. Evan Bouchard's more complete game could have the Canucks come calling. Klaus Anderson, PNG Evan Bouchard E, London, All Vitals, 6-2, 193 pounds GP, 67, G, 25, A, 62 points, 84 scout says, Dale Hunter is demanding and doesn't care how good you are offensively, that's a bonus, he wants his London defenseman to play properly. You won't survive in the NHL without being consistent. Noah Dobson D. Acadie Bathurst, QMHL Vitals, 6-3, 180 pounds GP, 67, G, 17, A, 52 points, 69 Scout says, reminds me of Colton Parayko of the Blues without the massive slap shot. He has the best percentage to be a number 3 D-man in the NHL but also has the potential for a number 2 because of his upside. Adam Bokovist D. Brynäs if, Sweden, J20 Vitals, 5-11, 170 pounds GP, 25 G, 14, A, 10 points, 24 Scout says, can skate out of problems, retrieve pucks quickly and make an excellent first pass that can disrupt forecheck. Inconsistent with gap control, taking right angles, keeping head on swivel. Must keep feet moving. The considerations Wallstrom is a real hotshot who can play the middle and wing and coaches love that. They also love a smart two-way center and that's Barrett Hayton. He doesn't have the sizzle of Wallstrom, but has drawn comparisons to Patrice Bergeron with his complete game. Oliver Wallstrom C. USNDT, Ush Vitals, 6-1, 205 pounds GP, 26 G, 22, A, 23 points, 45 Scout says, I would justify taking him in that number 7 spot because of the capability of playing center and right wing. He doesn't telegraph intentions. He's equally dangerous at passing and shooting. Barrett Hayton C. Susant Marie, All Vitals, 6-1, 191 pounds GP, 63 G, 21, A, 39 points, 60 Scout says, there aren't too many centers in this draft better than this guy. He's an honest, hard-working guy who plays a 200-foot game, and chips in offensively. Over time, the Canucks have signed goalie Richard Barkman, 30, to a 2-year extension. He was a perfect mentor to top prospect Thatcher Demko in Utica and compiled a 1.3 AHL record. He had a 2.98 goals against average, .902 saves percentage and was coming off a 1-year, 2-way deal that paid $650,000 in the NHL and $450,000 in the minors. Barkman was 2.30 with the Canucks last with a 2.64 GAA and .920 saves percentage. Kuzma at postmedia.com, twitter.com/Ben Kuzma. Click here to report a typo. Is there more to this story? I'd like to hear from you about this or any other stories you think we should know about. Email vantips@postmedia.com.